Hello, my beloved soul siblings. Kristen Brown here. I can't wait to talk to you about this topic. This topic was posed to me in the comments on my YouTube channel, where somebody asked, how is it that I love myself when I don't even like myself? I think that person might even said hate myself. And first off, I want to give you a big hug, and I want to give you a high five, a high 10, belly bump, fist bump for having the cojones to ask such a question. Why do I say that? Because that's a very vulnerable question to ask, and that took courage. And I commend you, bro, because it's not only you that has this issue. This is millions and millions of people, because this is the human experience. We come here, we're divine and perfect, but over time, the world teaches us that we're not. And then we walk around thinking that we're not enough. And then we have it reflected back to us in our relationships, because our relationships mirror how we feel about and treat ourselves. And then we're all disappointed that this is happening out there, and we seek to change the other people. But the truth is, the only person that we can change is ourselves. I commend you. So what is it? How do we do this? How do we start loving ourselves out of the blue when we have hated ourselves or self-loathed for so long, or even just maybe just kind of don't like ourselves? Or maybe it's just self-doubt. Maybe we kind of like ourselves, but we just don't think we're enough. How do we get started? Where does this whole thing start? It starts by knowing that that is the cure. It starts by knowing that self-love is the miracle cure. That self-love is going to shift your dysfunctional, disappointing, lopsided, and painful relationship patterns for good. And you already know that, because that's why you asked that question. How do I love myself? Implies I know that loving myself is going to help something. And it is. The second step is making a dedicated decision to doing so. Think about it. Anytime we want to do anything, we want to lose some weight, we want to drink less, we want to smoke less, we want to go out less, we want to spend less money, we want to start eating better, we have to make that dedicated decision to do so. We have to focus on what we want, and we have to do things, steps in our lives and practices that are going to support that goal. When I went through my tsunami, when my life was turned upside down by the hands of a partner, inadvertently through the hands of me because I did not love and respect myself, I made a dedicated decision to remain single and celibate until I figured out what the bleep was going on. Why did I keep attracting people that didn't treat me well? What is this? I'm a great person. What the frick? And I said, no more. I'm going to remain single and celibate. I really just said single, because single to me meant just no significant partner, no dating, no going out. But I later learned that people think you can be single and still be having little fun times. And no, it was like I completely abstained from anything dating or romantic wise with the opposite sex. And let me tell you this, when you are dedicated to something, it's really not that hard. We make it hard when we're holding on to the attachment of what that thing is giving us. So if I was holding on to the attachment that I had to date somebody, that it was okay, that would just be my ego saying, no, trying to sabotage me. So if you're telling yourself you're trying to quit drinking and you're telling yourself, well, I can just have one, but you know that one's a problem, you're just sabotaging yourself. If you say, well, I know that I need to love myself, but it feels kind of good to have pity parties, and I'm so used to being a victim, so I'm just going to dabble in self-love. That's not going to work either. You have to know that it's your cure. You got to know that it's the remedy. Then you make a dedicated decision to do so. And then you line up behaviors that are going to support that goal. There's a fierceness involved with healing yourself. There's something that rises up inside of us, and you're not exempt from this. Nobody is. It's part of us. It's in our soul. It's the fire inside of us. Everybody has it. But when you start stoking that fire and you start allowing yourself to get some verve behind you and some zest and some fierceness, where you are thinking, I will not stop until I reach this goal, even if I fall off the wagon, even if I backstep, even if I make a mistake. I'm going to give myself grace, I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to get back after it. I have had to dust myself off repeatedly on my path. I've made backsteps, I've made mistakes, I've made oopsies, I've made, what the fuck was that? I mean, I've done all kinds of steps on my path where I was like, okay, regroup, recenter, recalibrate, start again. Self-love is a cure, y'all. And if you're sitting around loathing yourself, thinking you're not good enough, and no one's ever going to love you for who you are, then you will attract that to you. Not only will you attract that to you, even if somebody entered your life that loved you that wholly, you couldn't see it because all you see is your self-loathing. You would not believe what you were seeing. You would sabotage the relationship. This is the key, self-love. So if you're walking around self-loathing, those are your 3 steps. Knowing it's the miracle cure, dedicating yourself to it, lining yourself up to receive that goal, to make that goal. And the very last step is getting fierce about it. Don't let anything get in your way. You got this. I 100% believe in you. And thank you so much to the beloved soul sibling who asked this question so bravely, so vulnerably. I really believe in you guys. Okay? I have a nose itch. So much love to you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I love your comments. And ring the bell notification so that you receive updates when I post new videos. Okay? Love you. Peace out.